Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we reveal our dad joke of the day. What's the difference between a pun and a dad joke? Puns are not always apparent. All right, and I heard you loud and clear in the comments. Whatever I choose to do, we will not be getting rid of the analysis. So even if that means much later early access or not so early access, or whatever I choose to do, there will be analysis. One thing I was thinking about, which seems like the only solution other than not having much early access, is to do analysis the next day. So every video will have the analysis of the previous day, and then we go on to the next puzzle. So let me know if that would be something you'd enjoy. I don't really want to make it a separate video because that's just another video that's on the feed. But let me know if that might be a good solution, or especially hearing from members, if you don't care that much about early access, then I'll stop caring as much either. I just think it's one of the few perks you actually get. All right, and speaking of members, I'd like to thank Lori Piper for upgrading from early access to enthusiast tier. Thank you for your additional support. I'd also like to thank the following who started a new month: Blitz Fan, a new month as enthusiast, and Pedals, also a new month as enthusiast. Thank you to Michael Rincon, R. Melg, and SG190th, who also started a new month. All right, well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. Kesara, Bunny Ears, Q, Devil, Gnome, Grill, Seer, Bowl, Ella, Jacket, or is that Ellie? I don't know. Shed, R, Aries, and Sprinkler. This is a L. Maybe it's just L, but anyway, I think, isn't that a magazine? I think it's shown up in Crosswords before. So maybe this is homophones of letters. We've got Q and L and R and K. Ears isn't. I mean, that might be purple. Homophones of letters. Let's try it. It was blue. Letter homophones. All right. Sarah. What's going on with that one? I mean, Sarah, Seer, Aries, and Ears are all anagrams of each other. They've done anagrams before. Let's try it. All right. Anagrams. That was green. +2 to green. Helped with that one. All right. It's been a while since they did anagrams, actually. I thought maybe they threw out that concept, but here we are. Devil, Bowl, Bunny, Jacket. All right. One of these is supposed to be yellow, so we should be good. Yellow being the easiest category. Most straightforward, I should say. It feels like Devil and Gnome and Bunny are like things you might find on your yard for certain, I don't know, what is a sprinklers in your yard too, but shed can be, let's see, Bowl, Grill, Jacket. I don't know. Is this like yard decorations other than sprinklers, which aren't a decoration? I don't know. I'm gonna hold off on that. That doesn't feel like a category to me, but maybe it is. Grill. A grill and a shed can go in your backyard. Same with sprinkler. I don't know. A gnome. Huh. I don't know why someone would have devil on the yard. It just felt like devil felt like something you might have at Halloween, although it's not really a popular Halloween decoration either. So maybe I'm wrong about devil in the yard. Gnomes and so I don't know. Devil made me think of Halloween. Bunny made me think of Easter. Gnomes are just a popular thing to have in your yard. But I just don't know if that's it. Let's figure out if we can. I mean, Bunny makes me think of Bad Bunny. Jacket. Let's think about each word. Jacket. Like yellow jacket. Just the clothing item, obviously. We still have purple, so we could still be just doing wordplay. Today feels like a fill in the blank, but is there wordplay? I mean, it starts with Jack. That's a name. Bowl makes me think of Super Bowl. Bowling. Eat out of a bowl. I don't know. I'm still like a sprinkler. I'm just thinking backyard items. Maybe I should try, like, what are the most obvious backyard items? Like a shed, a grill, a sprinkler, and a gnome, like found in your backyard. Like these are less likely to be found in your backyard. So let's try this. Things seen in the yard. Okay. Devil, bowl, bunny, and jacket. I don't think it's wordplay. I mean, I don't think it's like using the letters, right? Starts with, ends with, adding a letter, removing a letter, things like that. So it's probably a fill in the blank. Things that wear Prada. No, that's just devil. Um, bunny, hop, Easter. I don't know. I guess purple evades me today. What is it? Dust. Oh. What is dust bowl? We have dust bunny. I know what that is. That's like a clump of dust you find. Dust devil. Dust devil is that's like a like kind of like a mini tornado of dust. And then dust jacket is a kind of jacket. The dust bowl. I'm gonna look that up. I don't think I would have gotten purple. I don't know what dust bowl is. A severe environmental and agricultural disaster in the American Great Plains during the 1930s, caused by a combination of severe drought and unsustainable farming practices, deep plowing. Period of severe dust storms that greatly damaged the ecology and agriculture of the American and Canadian prairies during the 1930s. Okay. I thought it was like a football thing. Very wrong there. All right. Was I right about Dust Bunny? Let's just look them all up. Dust Bunny. Um, Darn it. It's like a movie. What is a dust bunny? A ball of dust and fluff. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Dust devil. Dust devils are usually harmless, but can okay, yeah, and they're those little tiny tornado things made of dust. All right, and then a dust jacket. Oh, for a book. Okay, I was envisioning some kind of like trench coat thing, but no, the dust jacket for a book. Of course, it's the thing that can be removed from a hardcover book that like protects the actual hardcover. All right, cool. Well, difficulty. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say how hard this was. I'm just going to give it a 2.5 for that reason, and I think we have a 75% solve rate. That's kind of my default. Let's see what they gave it. Oops, that's not the right tab yet. Oh, let's look at our picture. So we're grilling a devil pitchfork. I can't quite tell what's on there, except maybe just a steak. Maybe it's a bunny. Well, they gave it 1.5. They thought it was extremely easy. Let's see if the bot agrees. No, 78% is pretty close to the 75 I said. Yeah, I didn't think it was that easy, but yeah, who knows? 1 in 18 for my order. Very common order. That's what I got yesterday for the rainbow order, I think. People are getting anything first except for purple. That makes sense. Anything second except for purple. And then people who lost just lost. They couldn't find anything. So 6% got nothing. 4% got only yellow. 4% got yellow and green. 3% got green. 2% got green, blue. All right. I mean, yeah, people just aren't getting purple. Let's see. What's the first winning game with purple? 1% getting reverse rainbow. Good job. And then 1% getting purple and then rainbow order, which is interesting. All right. Losing games, you get to the less than 1% before you find a single losing game that has purple correct. Interesting. Wow, getting only purple and then nothing else is crazy. All right. Yeah, so I was thinking about like, the devil bunny gnome like garden decorations. But I was like, why would you put a devil there? So the ones I picked were the ones that seemed most likely, and I don't know if that was lucky or if that just was good logic. I'm not sure. Some combination. A bowl in the backyard? I don't know. Uh, Letter homophones. Aries? I I don't quite know what's happening here other than people guessing. It was a good thing I knew that this was pronounced L once I remembered the magazine was just L, because I'd been corrected on that in the crossword several times because I don't know the magazine, but the ELLE, the L magazine, shows up quite a lot in crosswords, and my comment section is very helpful and tells me when I pronounce something wrong. So because people love to correct me, so I finally remembered that it was L, and that was a letter homophone. All right. Yeah, I don't know. This is people down. It's this is people trying to pick apart these weird words. Probably is what's happening. I don't know exactly. What are people doing first? Green first, finding the anagrams. Yellow first, your backyard decorations, or found in the backyard, I guess. Not really decorations. This is letter homophones. People are finding first as well, 18%. And then putting bunny in instead of sprinkler. Oh no, not instead of sprinkler. Putting bunny in and instead of grill. And then having the dust is actually 2%, getting purple first. Maybe if you're very familiar with one of these being dust blank, then you find the others. I think that's probably the in, right? I didn't think of it. I don't know if that I would have connected all four of these in a void ever. It just kind of happened for me. All right. Well, that's about it for that. How'd you do? Hello, let's do the easy and medium pips for Thursday, December 11th. Let's play. All right. Do we have, how many fives do we have? We have a single five, so that's an in there. Greater than 3 could be the 4 or the 6. Okay, any of those. These add to 9. Another greater than 3. This is the 4 or the 6. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. The 6, 6 here. And then, so now we need these to add to 3. So we can do like the blank 1 and the 2, 2, and then this is greater than 3. All right. That may not have been the only way to solve that. In fact, I'm sure these two could be swapped. All right. So unfortunately, not really open to logical solving here. You just kind of place what seems right, and then it works. All right. Let's do the medium then. We got a couple 6s on the grid. We got a 4. We got a 2. This adds... Okay, we need a domino that adds to 2. And that's only going to be 1, 1 because we don't have any blanks. So that's forced. We just throw out that domino there. How many 6s do we have? We have 2 6s. So one goes here, one goes here. Do we have a domino that adds to 10? We have a 5, 5. So we could put the 6, 5 down, but 6, 5 or 6, 4 down. I'm not sure what to do with the 6s, but we need to make sure that those dominoes are reserved for these 2 6s. The 4, we have a 4, 5 and a 4, 6. We're not going to use the 4, 6 there. So I think it makes the most sense to do 4, 5 here and then 6, 5 this way to get that to add to 10. And then this 6, 4. I mean, it could go up. No, it can't because we don't have another 4. Okay, so that would be forced there. Now we have 2, 5 here. I guess the 5, 5 would go up. This would be our 2, 2, and this would be the 3, 1. All right. It just kind of collapsed after I made a decision. Again, I don't know if that's the only solution, though. It felt like there might be more. Cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the hard pips for Thursday, December 11th. Let's play. We're an S today, I suppose. Adds to 10. These both have to be blank. We only have 2 blanks. So this blank is going to go into the 10 this way, I'm pretty sure. And then we need a 6 into something that we have a lot of. So 6, 5 or 6, 1. We have a lot of 1s. We don't have as many 5s. I think I'm going to choose the 1 here. 6, 1. And then this blank 3 then goes into there because this is all 1. So this is 1, 1. I wanted one that I had double of. That's why I chose the 1 over the 5, by the way. Now I could do 1, 2. 1, 5 would be not quite too big. Okay, so we got we got the 2, 3, and 5 that can go up this way. 9 and 3 being all 3s is something they do. So let's just try this first. I don't know if there's an in up here or not, but we'll just keep going this way. So then we'll need another 3 going up. So 3 into a 4. Now 4 plus 5 is 9. So we can do 5, 6 here, and then we need a 4. We don't have a 4. Okay. So this decision was wrong. So let's try the 1, 5 then, because that's the 8. This would be the 1 into something that can go with 9. That immediately breaks. We don't have that. So we'll try the 1, 3. Oh, sorry, the 1, 2 then. That's 5. So this would be a 4. So the only option is 4, 3. And that can't add to 9 either. Oh, no. 3 plus 6 is 9. So that works. And then we need the 5, 1 or 5, 2 here. We're going to have to do the 5. Actually, I think I want to do the 5, 1 because I need the 2s up here. And so now the 1, 3, the 3 gets thrown out. We do the 2, 2 here and then 2, 5, and we're good. All right, 5 is indeed greater than 1. All right. Again, just like the previous two, the easy and medium, it felt like you kind of just had to vibe it. But I kind of had an instinct here. This 9 ended up being 2, 3, 4 instead of 3, 3, 3. So that instinct was wrong. But it was actually pretty easy to prove that the other two options for this domino didn't work. So at least up to this point, it actually felt forced. Maybe there was just this. Let me know if you got a different solution than this one. And how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini crossword for Thursday, December 11th. Let's play. Painter's protective garment. An apron? Or a smock? Smock feels more appropriate. Let's see. Toy Story 5 Studio, Pixar. Your answer to where were you at 9 p.m. last night, perhaps? Asleep? In bed? Tennis star Raphael. Don't know. Darn. Solemn sound from a church bell. Like a knoll. Defeat soundly in slang. Maybe spank? Italian city with a fashion week. Milan? Iron blank. Iron oxide? Oh, it's Nell, not Null. Sorry. I was thinking of Nell, but I typed Null. I said and typed Null. Anyway, iron oxide. We fixed it. Small group of conspirators. A cartel. A cabal. Food for a baleen whale is krill. All right, 1 minute on the dot. It's your alibi is where you were. Okay. Tennis star Rafael Nadal. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to remember that. Cool. Well, the down saved me. How'd you do? Let's do strands. Today's theme is let me elaborate. Now, this can also be read as elaborate. So we could be word playing there. But let me elaborate is like you're talking, you're explaining, giving details. I don't know. I see poot here, and that's all I see. I'm looking around the edges. The edge strategy hasn't been working very well for years. Years. I don't even know if this game is a year old. I don't remember. I think it is. Let's see. Glue. Let's try glue. No. I don't know what glue would have to do with it, but dead. I'm probably going to have to start with a hint today because I have no idea what's going on. I see TTER. That makes me want to do something with that. But I don't see what it would be. Fetter? No, that uses the E for the ER. This double O I want to use, like foot. I keep saying futon. Nope. Okay. Maybe I do start with a hint here. Sand? Let me elaborate. Yeah, let's just grab a hint. What is this word? END 8. How does this make a word? We have we have 3 vowels. Demand? No. Dad. Okay, what if we end in end? What does that leave for here? Dad end. Dad muend. No, I don't think we can end in end. Maybe it's like a DD. Nah, I don't see how that would work. Okay, well, let's look around it to see if we can find anything else. We got more. Oh, tell me more or something. Maybe more is the end of our spanogram. So then what would be over here? Furthermore? Oh, and furthermore. There we go. Addendum. There we go. So we're tacking on more things. An addendum, maybe an appendix. No. Uh, there's only 3 words left. These are long. Postscript. Maybe epilogue. Oops, epilogue. Wait, no, it's like this. Epilogue. All right, and footnote. There we go. No wonder I couldn't find a word. They were all very long. I usually try to start with the short words, right? And then the spanogram being and furthermore. Okay, well, honestly, like the hint, I didn't even get that this was addendum. It just the hint carved out part of the puzzle that let me find the word more. So yeah, that was kind of an interesting solve today. All right, well, how'd you do? Hello, today's bonus game is the Boston Globe mini crossword, which is an alternative to the New York Times mini crossword if you miss that and you don't pay for the New York Times. All right, so let's start. It thickens in a thriller. I'm not sure. Oh, the plot thickens. Ah, the plot thickens. All right. There's no place like home. External. Outside. Something like that. Something that can decrease. Oh, an iron. A shirt. Oh, are we decreasing a shirt, maybe? In tatters. Ooh, I'm not sure what they want there. Dwarf planet since 2006 is Pluto, so this is not shirt. Pluto. L word from a procrastinator. Later. I'll do it later. Atlantic or Pacific is an ocean. School session is a term. Blog entry is a post. There we go. All right. What did we miss? Outer. So external is outer. Something that can decrease is steam. Okay. See, my thought about iron was actually right at first because it's the thing that does the decreasing, but then I couldn't think what else it would be. So I thought maybe something you're decreasing, but I think it can be interpreted either way. And then in tatters is torn. All right, well, how'd you do? And let's spin the bonus game wheel and see what we're going to play tomorrow. I always provide a link in the description if you'd like to play along tomorrow. All right, Themery. So this is added to the wheel by the creator of Themery. So we will be playing that tomorrow, and I will include the link in the description. And that is it for this video. If you would like to watch my Wordle solve, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all of the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.